Quentin, are you around? Come on out. Come on down. How about a round? How are you? How you doing, man? Good to see you, man. Come say hi to the folks out here. How's it going? Make yourself at home. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. Congratulations on this movie. This thing is awesome.
Oh, thanks a lot, man.
This is great. Tell me about, this is one of the movies that you've adapted from a novel. The first time you've really done that. Why this story?
Well, I've always been a big Elmore Leonard fan. You know, I grew up watching his, I grew up reading his books.
Yeah.
All right. And his style kind of like was kind of dictated somewhat my style to some degree as far as in novels. Like, you know, his characters, they're very majorly character-based, and like they had like the kind of dialogue that street dialogue and stuff that's like very realistic, but also really funny because it's so realistic.
Right.
And he was actually like the first novelist that I ever read where it was like people would like talk about the things that people talk about. They talk about movies, they saw what they had on TV last night, the food that they're eating, you know, the kind of stuff that people talk about. And I've always wanted to adapt his stuff. And then I read Rum Punch around the same time I was like trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and I just kind of saw the movie in front of me.
What is your priority for casting? Like, do you immediately envision Bridget Fonda for the role of Melanie or Pam for the role of Jackie?
Well, I did for like I did for most of the main cast. All right, I mean, in the case of like in the case of Sam Jackson, he just stepped off the page of the book.
Right.
He was it's just perfect casting. It was like a no-brainer, and just slammed him in. He was perfect. In the case of Pam, it was like a situation where I'd read the novel, and the novel was written for a white woman. All right, and so I read the book, and then she ends up. I'm thinking about like who could possibly be this person, and I'm like, okay, well, she needs to be about 44, needs to look like she's about 35. She needs to just look like the bomb. She needs to like be great looking, and she needs to look as if she can handle anything. Because the whole thing of the movie is she's like a regular woman.
Right.
She's got like the ATF. You know, putting the bite on her on this end, and she's got like Sam Jackson, who's like this scary guy, putting the bite on this end, but she always manages to keep her cool, which blows everybody's mind.
Here's a woman whose character makes $16,000 a year, has a very poor criminal history, successfully speaking, yet she masterminds this whole thing.
That's one of the big things about the flick, is the fact that it's like, you know, she's not a gangster. She's a regular person, all right? And she made a mistake a long time ago, should have got the hell out of the airline business, you know, worked her way down the ladder for 19 years, you know? And the thing about it, though, is like, you know, she should have changed, she didn't, she's stuck in this, like, this poor, you know, what a lot of people in this country are stuck in, you know, where they're, like, working to starve, basically.
Sure.
And it's going to get worse now. She's going to lose her job, she's going to go to jail. So she's got to do something about it. But she manages to always, like, see, people always underestimate her. They figure she should be more scared about stuff than she is.
You're not sure if she's going to be able to pull it off, too. Which
oh, no, not at all,
So that's the best part about it.
And she keeps kind of blowing your mind a little bit, because, like, you know, when she's talking to the cops, all right, you're thinking, okay, man, she's straight with them. And she talks to Ordell, and she goes, well, gosh, she seems to be straight with him. What's going on?
You don't know who, like, she's, like, hooking up with, or, like, who's really on her team. We're going to talk more about Jackie Brown in just a little bit. Quentin is here. Let's check it. And here she is. Bridget, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Are you cozy?
I'm very comfortable here.
So tell us about Jackie Brown. How did you...
Well, what happened is that I was on an airplane that Quentin was on, and we'd been friends for a while, and I saw him and went over and I sat down next to him, and it was a nice long flight, and he told me I'm working on this script, and I shouldn't really be telling you this, but I kind of want to, and I've been thinking about you while I'm writing it, and you're sort of right for the part, so... And that's how it happened, and I didn't want to count on it too much. But then when I got it, and I read it,
what did you think about the part of Melanie? Because it's like, if you haven't seen the movie, which it opens Christmas Day, you just basically are like smoking a bong and like surfer chick, like totally hanging out. And the funny thing to me when I watch the movie is you seem really sort of uninformed throughout the movie. You're just lounging on a couch. In fact, you wear like a bikini in the whole thing. Yet, your character knows like a tremendous amount about what Samuel L. Jackson's up to.
Yeah, I'm a real conniving bitch.
Yeah, what's up with that? Like,
just backstabbing. It's a way of life, you know.
Right. How was it for you to work on the movie?
That was great.
Tell me about some of the experiences, like working with Quentin. Is he hard on you, or is
No, he's so much fun. Well, first of all, we had a nice long stretch when he was still working on the script, and we were hanging out, bouncing on the trampoline, stuff like that. Just talking about, you know, bar hopping, talking about this character. And so I was really comfortable, and then, of course, I had to get over my nerves at working with Sam Jackson and Robert De Niro.
Yeah, like, how is that?
It was great. They're so cool. They're so cool. yeah, I was.
I love De Niro's
ecstatic.
role in this movie too.
Oh, I know. He's hysterical.
It's actually almost similar to yours in some way. You guys are almost like, sort of seem like partners in crime there for a little while.
Well, he's oddly sweet, considering.
Right.
So yeah, he's a different. He's really he's fairly innocent.
Right.
Actually, we were thinking about it. He doesn't seem to be really into the money.
Right. Exactly.
And I am.
Were you like really nervous like on the set? I mean, you haven't worked with him before. Like when he comes out, is he just gracious and nice as an actor? And
Yeah, he's totally cool. He's quiet and very private,
Right.
and so I was sort of respectful of it. But at the same time, I really wanted to just kind of,
Right, yeah.
you know, in on him.
the movie it's amazing. It really is. It's a great movie.
Oh, good.
I'm so excited for you. Congratulations on
Thank
it.
you.
When it opens, it's going to be huge. Let's check in now with Ananda as we do our Jackie Brown special, who's hanging out, I think, with some very special guests. Ananda?
Comes back to me.
work for the United
We are
Nations.
certainly hanging out. Me and Quentin here chilling, and we were just watching
You guys will
and
never know, but this woman has impressed me so much. I'm not going to say anything about it, but I'm just saying she is a queen. All right, go ahead.
Well, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. And again, congratulations on it. Really, I was cracking up through the whole movie. It's so funny. And I read something where Samuel Jackson makes a totally hilarious comment about you, and he says you're like one of his daughter's white hip-hop friends who is a black kid and white skin. It's totally natural for you. So where do you come from with that? How did you grow up in that?
Oh, I just grew up like, you know, I went to an all-black school. All my friends were black. My mom hung around with all these, like, you know, it's like the early 70s. She was a young lady, all right? So she had like black boyfriends, and like all her friends were black. So the house was like a United Nations constantly all the time.
Sounds like a cool way to come up.
It's the greatest way, man. I mean, I can't, you know, I recommend it to everybody, but it's like, but it's just like, you know, it's just who I am. And like some people say, what are you trying to, like, I ain't trying to do anything. And if you don't
feel that it's real,
it's, you know, it's like, you know, if you think I'm just, you can kiss my ass. I mean, I really don't care, you know, but I just gotta be me.
You were certainly influenced then by the blaxploitation films that blew up our next guest. She is the queen.
She's the queen.
And represents so many incredibly positive things for women like me.
Yeah, exactly. For black women and for women in general.
For women in general, exactly. Why don't you go ahead and bring her out for me?
Cool, okay. Coming up next is a woman I used to refer to always as the queen of women, all right? You know, she came out in the blaxploitation genre with Coffee, with Sheba Baby, not Sheba Baby, Sheba Baby, all right? Steven Seagal's Above the Law, Original Gangsters, and Foxy Brown. There's not a photo for it, but don't worry about it. All right, without any further ado, let's meet and greet Slammin' Pam Grier.
Pam Grier! We gotta get up on this.
Yes, we gotta give her a standing standing
to meet you.
Hey, nice
Wonderful
to meet you too.
meet
Thank you.
Have a seat, kick it.
Yeah.
We were getting into a bunch of things in here and a little bit of the break time. You heard?
I heard.
You were listening on
I
it?
feel you. I feel you. I felt
And
you.
Quentin already said one time that this movie truly is not. You're not Jackie Brown in this movie, but a lot of people, I mean Foxy Brown in this movie, but a lot of people would say that Jackie Brown may be a more grown-up Foxy Brown.
She's an evolution.
She's an evolution.
Of Foxy Brown. You see, and there's Foxy Brown in every woman, including you. Foxy Brown basically was my mama, my aunt, your mama.
You
I'm
betcha.
telling you, yeah,
You
that's how,
betcha.
those are women. See, the women's movement began in the 70s, and I was a part of that. And basically, women were saying we want to be able to be assertive, but yet feminine. We want to be able to take our family, say maybe work on a construction site and go home and put on a dress and then love our man all night long and still be there for him. So that's all they were saying. And then I exemplified it in film. I wasn't the first one to invent it. It just happened then. And he said, hey, you can do, here's what I want from you. I need the evolution. Plus I need the maturity and the wisdom that will be Jackie, because Jackie needs so much confidence. Say if Quentin, say if you'd written this for me when I was doing Foxy Brown and Coffee, I don't think I could have brought the confidence and wisdom and emotionality to it. So it was right. It was meant to be
your own
now.
personal development too that allows the whole thing to come into play.
Absolutely.
One of the things I really dig on the character Jackie Brown is the fact that, like, you know, Pam created these really wonderful, great superhero characters. But Jackie Brown ain't none of that, man. You know, she ain't like kung fuing anybody. Ain't got razor blades in her afro. Ain't got a sawed-off shotgun in her purse.
Yeah, I got them somewhere.
One of the things I love in the opening credit sequence, all right, is I set out to do the greatest Pam Grier opening credit sequence ever, all right, when she's walking down the airport, and she just looks like a badass, and she's the queen, and the Red Sea is parting, and it's just all it's just great. But then, at the end of the credit sequence, you see, she's actually just trying to get to work. She's just trying to get to job. She's, she's a stewardess, all right? After this big badass opening credit sequence, 10 seconds later, she's gonna be serving peanuts.
Really?
And that's,
no peanuts on that flight. It was a cheap flight, man. We were at the low end.
So it's just like, it starts off like this, but no, this is a real woman. This is a real woman living, getting through a real day.
Let me show everybody a little bit of what we're talking about. Here is Pam Grier and Jackie Brown.
Let's be realistic. Now, sooner or later, they're gonna get around to offering me a plea deal, and you know that. That's why you came here to kill me.
I ain't come over here to kill you.
Hey, it's okay. Now, I forgive you. Now, let's say, if I tell on you, I walk. If I don't, I'll go to jail. I want $100,000 in an escrow account in my name if I'm convicted up to a year or put on probation. Now, if I have to do more than a year, you pay another $100,000.
She was on her, I mean, really, the movie, you guys have to go see the movie. She's incredible in this, as is the whole cast. You are also not only in the film, but on the soundtrack. You did a song called Long Time Woman. Tell me really quickly, tell me the story.
He is responsible for that. And we were doing the scene where I'm going to jail, right? And he brings out this boom box and all of a sudden goes, bump, and there's a squeak, long time woman. And a squeaky little voice. I said, oh my God, and then he puts it on the soundtrack. And so everyone's like, you're on the soundtrack, you sing too? It's like, oh, thank you. It was great.
It's a great song, man.
It is a good song.
Great bongo intro.
Stick around, because we got more of this great show with the cast from Jackie Brown right here on MTV Live. Stay there.
Hey, right here, everybody. Welcome back to MTV Live, Jackie Brown Special Edition. We've got Bridget Fonda and Pam Grier and Quentin Tarantino hanging out with us. And actually, Bridget, let's just check out a clip. We want to show a clip of you in the movie. Tell us, you've got a very bizarre relationship with Sam Jackson in this. Comment on that?
We like to get into each other's faces.
Yeah, that's exactly over something as small as the phone ringing.
Nothing small. In that kind of relationship, nothing is too small.
That's right. Well, let's take a look at Bridget Fonda here and Jackie Brown.
Grab that for me, would you, babe?
You know it's for you.
Girl, don't make me put my foot in yours.
The AK-47 is the most popular assault rifle in the world. This is the Chinese model. You can tell by the extra rivets running through the sides.
Flo, it's for you.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Go, Bridget. Go, Bridget.
Boy, I bet wardrobe really had a tough time with you in the movie. It's like the same bikini and little shorts just hanging out there.
But the crew was digging on it. All right, crew morale. There was no talk of a strike during Bridget's days.
All right. They were all there and more.
Do you ever think Oscar when any of you guys get involved in a project at this stage? Do you ever?
At the end of the day, I just want to do the job.
Yeah.
And it's about people coming to the theater and enjoying what you do.
Right.
And that's all. Quentin and I, we talked about that, equating me with other things, and don't worry about stuff. No, just do the work, because we have so much to focus on.
Yeah.
By the way, though, I might add that in the history of the Oscars, no Best Actress has ever been black. Ever. There's been Best Actor, I ain't never been a Best Actor. No, yes, it has. Sidney Poitier once. Best Supporting Actors have won. Best Supporting Actresses have won. But there's never been a Best
Maybe 98
Actress.
will be the year.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think the Big O.
Hey, thank you guys for coming. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to check out the movie Jackie Brown. It opens on Christmas Day. Thank you guys for being here.
Hey, man, it's been great, man.
Be sure to watch MTV all next week for a chance to win a boatload of cash. The Jackie Brown Special, very much. The Jackie Brown contest, a chance to win a suitcase full of money next week on MTV. Be sure to check it out.
To me and Bridget.
That's right. That's right. And we will see you tomorrow on MTV Live.
That's Harvey Weinstein.
Woman, try.